Hello guys. Oop. Just testing the audio. I have my earbud in. That was an accident. Oops. So yeah, welcome back to another video where I complain. Um, if the tint of the room is kind of more yellow, it's because I got a different light bulb. Still got the same little light thingy up here. So let's just get right into this. I will post the full reason for why we lost. I'll post a little picture right here, but I just summed up the reason why we lost. For some of these losses, it's just got like one or two reasons and doesn't even point out anything that the Colts might have to counter their reason. Like usually when you're in a debate, usually when you're trying to prove a point, you say, yeah, the other side might have this, but this side has this. Like you could make the case in where we lose to the Ravens. You could say, yes, the Colts have a good defensive line, but Lamar Jackson is just, really, really good. So that's why he does good in this game. Like, they don't even mention the Colts' defensive line in the reason we lose to the Ravens. But we'll get to that, because that's one of the ones that makes me the maddest, is the loss against the Ravens they predicted. But let's start off with the Vikings, and us losing 23-20 against the Vikings. And the reason is the Vikings have a better run game and better at wasting clock. Sir, did you do crack? Well, they don't want to acknowledge, again, the Colts defensive line with DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard, Justin Houston, Sheldon Day, Bobby Okereke, a really good defensive line. And, even if the Vikings try to pass it, we have Malik Hooker and Xavier Rhodes and Kenny Moore. Like, we could stop the Vikings pretty decently, I think. I mean, yeah, the Vikings have a decent defense, but I think the score should be flipped on this one. I think the Colts would win this one 23-20, not lose 23-20. On to the Bears. This one really makes me mad. We lose 17-16. Reason, Khalil Mack is Jesus and Soldier Field. And the Bears just being the Bears. That's literally what they put. I mean, they didn't mention Marlon Mack specifically, but they said Soldier Field and the Bears defense, even though we don't know who's even playing QB for the Bears this year. We know definitively who's playing QB for the Colts. They might have Khalil Mack. Well, I'll give them that, but we have Darius Leonard, who, while isn't a Khalil Mack, he can stop whoever is playing QB for the Bears. And it's not like the Bears have that good of an offensive line either. The Colts have an amazing offensive line. Anthony Costanzo, freaking Quentin Nelson, Glowinski. We have one of the best offensive lines in football. How does Khalil Mack do good against the best offensive line in football? Please explain, other than just saying, yeah, the defense is good. The defense is good because these reasons. Explain why the offensive line can't stop Khalil Mack or someone on the Bears defense. And I'm going to go with them putting Trubisky at QB. Colts can stop Trubisky. Again, previously mentioned, Justin Houston, DeForest Buckner, Sheldon Day, Darius Leonard, Bobby Okereke. Or just name your favorite Colts defensive lineman who might be starting that day. Like, we should beat this team. Easy. Now on to the Ravens. We lose 40-14. Reason: the Colts D-line with Justin Houston, DeForest Buckner, and Darius Leonard can't stop Lamar Jackson. Pro Bowler, All Pro, should be a Pro Bowler this year. So let's just count that again. Justin Houston should be a Pro Bowler. DeForest Buckner, All Pro. And Darius Leonard should be a Pro Bowler. That is 3 Pro Bowlers on the defensive line. And you think that that can't stop Lamar Jackson, at least a little bit? They're not scoring 40. They could beat us. They might beat us. But it's not going to be a blowout 40-14. Is that a comic on the back? Oh, yeah, that is. Oh. Okay. Oh. They wouldn't stop us 40-14. You don't want to even mention the Colts offense. I mean, T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, offensive line. As much as I hate him, Philip Rivers, who can probably even get no matter how terrible he is, he can probably get the job done against the Ravens. Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr. Do I have to list off any more good offensive weapons that the Colts have that you fail to mention once? On to the next one. We lose to the frickin' Tennessee Titans 28-20. Did y'all do some hardcore drugs while making this list? Because Derrick Henry, a quick turnaround, and losing to the Ravens a week prior is the reasons we lose. Again, 3 Pro Bowlers and an All-Pro defensive line. We can stop Derrick Henry at least a little bit. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill's really going to light us up. Whew. Like, I know our offense isn't that good, but again, Malik Hooker, Xavier Rhodes, Kenny Moore, Pierre Desir. This upsets me. Is Pierre Desir still on the team? Crap. I might have said someone who's not even on the team anymore. Crap. Last time I looked at the Colts roster was on my Madden team. I have some guys on there that aren't on the actual team. My bad if I listed somebody on that. My bad if I think he's still on the team. Crap. Oop, I need to check this real quick. After further research that I'm glad I checked myself on, Pierre Desir is on the New York Jets. It was my bad. I just played Madden 20 like a few minutes ago and he was still on my Colts roster. Sorry, mistake. Kenny Moore the second, okay? Now on, that's the guys I'm going to list off. Xavier Rhodes, Rocky Sin, Kenny Moore, and Malik Hooker. We can stop Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. Again, our offense, pretty good, just saying. The Texans, 27-17. The Texans. Because J.J. Watt. Do people not acknowledge Quentin Nelson's existence? Or Costanzo's? Or Glowinski's? Like, best offensive line in the NFL? We just ain't going to talk about that? Yeah, J.J. Watt, just, Quentin Nelson can easily get past Quentin Nelson. You're not even a problem. Oh my gosh. It's hard out here being a Colts fan, bro. J.J. Watt. We can stop J.J. Watt. We can stop J.J. Watt. The only reason we lost last year was because that was a fumble. I swear on everything that last year that was a fumble and we should have had the ball. Last year, Colts versus Texans, we lose in a close game. But, crap, Texans QB. I'm forgetting his name. This is how irrelevant that dude is. I can't even freaking remember his name. Crap. No, I want to say Jameis Winston. Why do I want to say Jameis Winston? Am I on hardcore drugs? Oh my. This now came to me when I stopped the recording to look it up. Deshaun Watson. He fumbled the ball, and it was Darius Leonard who was right there. And he picked it up. And it should have been a freaking fumble, and we should have had the ball. But no, that's not a fumble because you're the Colts and you're the Texans. And we're going to give it to the Texans because they're the Texans and you're the Colts, J.J. Watt would be stopped at least a little bit. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be completely shut down. But he's not going to swing the whole momentum of the game. And finally, the Steelers, 20-17. If I could, I would get Urinating Tree because he's a Steelers fan and really hates the Steelers and is brutally honest on the Steelers, even though he's a Steelers fan. If I could, I would get him on this. But I'm a small channel, he's a big channel, so I couldn't get him to speak on this. But probably in his words, the Steelers' defense is complete and utter garbage. Because that's the reason us losing 20-17 is because Steelers defense. Steelers defense. Oh my gosh. Not one time they bring up the Colts offensive line. The best offensive line in all of football. I get it. Colts didn't have the greatest offensive line for years and years and years. But we have a good one now. I swear, man. It's tough out here being a Colts fan. Now, some of those we might lose, but not by the margins they say we would. Like, I'm not saying, the Colts should go undefeated. Like, we should lose against the Packers. We might lose against the Ravens, but not 40-14. We should probably lose at least another game for another freaking reason. But at least not for the reasons that they put. Or at least one player wouldn't be as dominant as they put. Freaking Corona. Like, I don't know what Colts football they've been watching. And honestly, I was pretty mad at Colts football last year. I didn't like the way our safeties and corners were playing, but we've improved a lot. I liked our defensive line. I liked our offensive line. I hate Phillip Rivers, but he can get the job done at least a little bit. We have a great offensive line, and we have some decent receivers. And we have an amazing running back trio of Marlon Mack, Nyheim Hines, and Jonathan Taylor. And again, great offensive line to block for our great trio of running backs. And then I saw one person calling Marlon Mack's last season Subpar. 1,000-yard season, a 1,000-yard season is subpar. Along with, I believe he had the 9th most touchdowns out of any running back. Like, the dude's a top 10 running back. And nobody wants to talk about it. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know why the Colts get treated this way, but honestly, they need to be treated a bit better. Because it's just bullcrap. See you guys in the next video. This is freaking... In the outro, I just want to say the Texans suck 24-0.
Love on each other, as in, like, you know, tell each other they love. I don't know, like, who the person is. So, the fuck you doing? The fuck you doing? Dumbass. My bad, y'all.